together for Irma, Ruiz!
I didn't introduce myself. My name is Irma Ruiz. Currency. No, actually it's Irma Ruiz. I told him to say it like that, but I don't know what happened. Actually, my parents, they gave me the most Mexican name in the world. Then those fuckers didn't even teach me Spanish. Isn't that some bullshit? But I still talk like a chola. You know, because they raised me in this little town called Del Rio, Texas. It's a little border town, okay? When I say on the American town, don't be asking me for my green card, fuckers, right? No, but really, like when I say I was raised on the border, I mean I was raised on the border. Ladies and gentlemen, my backyard was at Rio Grande. My sisters and I, we would swim to Mexico and swim back. We were like literally American wetbacks, guys. Like even the border patrol, they'd be like, no, not them. They're okay. They're okay. Dude, I cannot believe. You know how many people have died in that river? And my mother, I cannot believe, I was like maybe 16 years old, my sister was 13, and we would get to the middle of the river. It was so deep that I would tell her, because I'm fighting the currents, right? I'm gonna touch the bottom of the river this time. Watch me. She's like, okay. And she's with her freaking tube, just flipping her little fins, you know. And I would try to go down, and I could never touch the bottom of the river. And then I would come up like a little mermaid, like shh, you know, like the Suave commercials, you know. And I would turn back, and I would look at my mother. She was just there looking on the porch, and she'd just be like, damn. Del Rio, we lived in San Antonio. Dude, my parents, because you can't forge shit the way they used to in the 90s, in the 80s, okay? My mother forged my birth certificate so that I could go to school early, okay? Because she didn't want to pay for daycare, all right? I was 4 years old walking to elementary school on the west side of San Antonio, Texas. That's why I think my mom didn't love me, man. It is absolutely insane. But yeah, I eventually left Del Rio, Texas. You know, I grew up, I got married, I got divorced, you know, and I had to leave because it was such a small town. The only people that were available to date were my cousins. And I'm not into that Pornhub category, you know, something like that. Ain't happening. Are y'all drinking? Are y'all feeling pretty good? Because I'm feeling good. I remember when I first started comedy, I was like, dude, I don't know if I could be a headliner because that's a long time to wait before you can really drink. You have to like hold back a little bit. I'll tell you what, guys, where are my language arts teachers in here? Woo! I'm telling you, being a comedian is not that much different. It's the only difference between teaching now, or between being a comedian now and teaching back then is like, I don't have to hide my alcohol at work. I can literally drink it while I'm working. It's freaking awesome. I don't have to hide it, you know. But yeah, it's been great, you know. So like I said, yes, my name is Irma, but you guys don't just call me Irma, call me Irma. Just whatever you do, do not call me Irma Sperma. Like the kids do, elementary school teachers, you see it all the time. These kids are assholes, man. I remember like being younger and Irma Sperma. I mean, kids should not be calling their teacher Irma Sperma. It's rude, and it's inappropriate, you know. It's hard being a good teacher and a good alcoholic at the same time. You just outed yourself. I hope your administrators aren't here. I'm like, are you the administrator? Let me ask real quick, are there any administrators here? They're like, see you motherfuckers. If there are any administrators in here, I just have one thing to say. Let your teachers pee. That's all. Let them pee. The doctors are so tired of all these ladies and these men too. Because they get these UTIs. They're like, you're in here already. This is like the third time. It's only been 3 weeks. But yeah, dude, 15 years down the drain. 15 years down the drain. Just because I took some vodka to a faculty meeting. Big deal, big deal. Well, I forgot that we had a faculty meeting that day, so at lunch, I had gone to Sonic and had my little vodka on the side. I was drinking just a little bit. They need teachers over in Texas. So anyways, I'm leaving and the principal's like, don't forget about faculty meeting. I'm like, oh. So I go sit down at the faculty meeting, you know, like sit in the freaking cafeteria that smells like fermented lasagna. And I'm like, okay, I'm here, and nobody's giving a fuck what she's saying, you know. And Friday she's like, okay, everybody, y'all can leave, y'all can go. And everybody gets up and pushes in their chair in there, and there's that fucking Becky! You know who Becky is? I guarantee you she's not here right now. Everybody hates Becky. Becky is a one dude. Well, I have a question. And I was like, bitch, that is an email-worthy question. And it freaked me out a little bit because everybody around me started clapping, and I thought that I had just thought it. But I said it out loud. You know what? Don't you hate that saying, oh, it's a thought that counts? Bullshit! Bullshit! It's bullshit, dude. I remember my first ex-husband. I'm working on my second right now. So, my first husband, my ex-husband, I remember. I told him, pull out, motherfucker. He said, I thought about pulling you out. You should have thought about the fucking child support you have to pay now, stupid. I'll never forget when I was in 3rd grade in San Antonio, Texas, I had a teacher. Her name was Miss Green, the Mean Machine. 1980. Oh, do we have a Miss Green? Are you here? I thought you would be dead right now. As much as you smoked in the fucking classroom. 1983, guys. I don't know what the hell was going on, but they let this woman smoke in the classroom. She was our art teacher, right? So we had to make these little clay slave ashtrays. Yes, it's in you, Miss Green. No, dude, I remember telling Miss Green, my parents, they don't smoke. She said, "That's okay, honey. It's a thought that counts." And I remember taking this ugly ass ashtray to my mother. And my mother, she was so mean. She's like, "Are you stupid or something? You know, I don't smoke." You know, like if it were me, like if my kids brought me an ashtray, I'd be, "Well, I'm a smoker now, thanks to Miss Green," so I'd be like, "Thank you." I love the smell of smoke. Not weeds, just regular cigarette smoke, which nobody does anymore. I hate it. Oh wait, Oklahoma, can y'all smoke inside bars here? Yeah. There are some places in Texas, in Fort Worth, you can smoke inside the bar. And I remember I got home real sneaky to my sister's house, and my daughter was on the couch, and she woke up. And I was like, "Oh, sorry, am I making too much noise?" She's like, "No, I can smell you." But anyways, so like if my kids had given me, an ashtray, I would say thank you, and I would just put use it for coins or jewelry or whatever, And I just remember I don't want to be like my mother, being so mean and so rude, And I don't know about here, but have y'all ever heard of that book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? Did y'all have to teach that to the kids? We had to teach it back home in Texas, and I thought it was a whole bunch of bullshit. But I'll tell you what, once I started reading it, I was like, I can do it. I can do it. I'm going to be proactive instead of reactive. I can do it. So I'm in my car, and I'm in a drive-thru at a taqueria, like a taco shop, right on my way to work. And I'm just going through Facebook, and this lady behind me, I didn't realize that the car ahead of me had already moved up. So she honks, and she tells me, "Move up, bitch! Move up!" Oh man, the chola in me came out. I got a fucking eyeliner, put on my hoop earrings, and I was like, "No, fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna slash your tires. I fucking hate you, fucking whore." And I'm telling my sister this story, and she's like, "You really told her that?" I'm like, "No." But I thought it real hard. So she knows not to fuck with me, because it's a thought that counts. It's a thought that counts. It's words, it's actions that count. Do you agree, yes or no? Thank you. Oh my gosh, man. So yeah, these kids are crazy, man. I remember I had this one kid named Bobby. Okay, everybody here has had a Bobby. He was a 5th grader, super smart, super ADHD, fucking little short fucker, right? And every morning he'd come in and I'd be like, "Oh my God, Bobby, please tell me you took your medicine." He'd be like, "No, miss." I'm like, "Bobby, take your medicine." "No, miss." "Bobby, take your medicine." "No, miss." "Why do I have to take my medicine?" "It's not that I'm hyper, it's just that everybody else is slow." And I looked at him and I'm like, "You know what? You're right, you little fucker." That day, I didn't get fired at work for calling that lady a bitch, right? And I didn't get fired for calling him a little fucker. And what blew my mind is that all the kids in class, all of them were there. They heard me. They heard me call him a little fucker. And I went home to my husband. I said, "This is it. If the principal didn't fire this time, she's firing me now." One of these kids is going to report me. He's like, "Irma, they need teachers in Texas." We're fine. Guys, I don't know if you heard, did y'all hear about that whole scandal in Houston, Texas?
Yeah.
Did y'all heard about it, right? Okay, so there's this whole, which one? Oh my gosh. Not the teachers' fucking kids, all right? Not that one. No, there's this whole scandal with the teachers. They couldn't pass their teacher test, guys. Can you imagine going to school for 4 years and not being able to teach because they can't pass a test? So there were all these teachers scattered around Texas who couldn't pass their test. Then all of a sudden, they would go to this one testing site in Houston, Texas. Poof. They were passing. There was a coach and there was a vice principal taking these tests for these teachers so that they could pass and eventually, teach in the school districts, When they actually caught them, there was a vice principal taking 2 tests at a time. When they walked in, 2 tests at a time. You know how much money these fuckers made? Over $1 million. And here we are just teaching all stupid. Dude, it's so fucking humiliating when I go to Buc-ee's and I see that the freaking bathroom attendant is making more than a teacher. What the fuck? No, just be like, no, I'm not teaching anymore until I make as much as a Buc-ee's bathroom attendant. Crazy guys, you guys are so underappreciated, man. These kids can be horrible, and the parents too. They can be horrible, these parents. I had this one parent come up to me like, oh, my kid's failing. I'm like, you can see your kid's grades online. Like, why don't you check the grades? He's failing, you should have known. She's like, well, yeah, but you haven't put grades for the last 2 weeks. I'm like, oh. Oh, sorry. Tell your husband listen. I'm like, I'm just kidding, bitch. But what do you want little Bobby to have? I can give him whatever you like. Okay, so yeah, my little smart Bobby, I'm gonna move this aside because I'm a little bit fucked up, right? So I had Bobby, my real smart kid, right? But his best friend, y'all remember that book, Freak the Mighty? Okay, so it's like Bobby, real smart, short little kid, and his best friend was Eddie. Where are my special ed teachers in the house? Wow! That's awesome. So Eddie, we like to call Eddie Slow Eddie. But he thought it was because he took a long time in the bathroom, right? But anyways, my real smart Bobby was best friends with this kid. He was massively huge, Eddie, right? So I had him working like on pronouns or proper nouns. I was a language arts teacher. I don't even know the difference, right? And they're like asking me questions. I'm just in my desk. Get the teacher's edition. Go get the answer. In the bottom drawer, move the bottles. Oh my God. Shit. I'm kind of getting off track. Remind me to tell you about Valentine's, okay? Valentine's, depending on which district you're working in. No, fuck it, I'll just tell you right now. So anyways, one year, dude, my kid, it was that last year that I was teaching. My kids are so fucking awesome, dude. Yes! A lot of these elementary school teachers, they get like little candies and little cards and stuff. You know what I got? The little balls of vodka. Yes, I couldn't believe it. And there were 2 little boys. I'm like, hey, come here. What is this? Did your dad send it? Tell your dad I said hi, okay. But listen, you can't do this anymore, okay? Because you're gonna get in trouble. I'm not gonna report you. But you cannot be bringing me little boy. Not until Christmas, okay? So I stuck him in my little box, you know that little, oh shit! I always forget it every freaking show that I go to. What is that little, like, it's like a little cubicle thing that the language arts teachers always put like all their essays in. They act like they're actually gonna read them when they get home. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that little card, Come on, guys. Oh, wait. You can already tell that it's been a long time since I've been teaching. They're like, they don't write anymore. They do everything online. I was like, yeah. They just throw it in the fireplace because it gets cold anyway. That's what I did. I had Bobby and Eddie working together, And slow Eddie, all of a sudden, he gets mad. He gets so mad and he gets a chair and he throws it up in the air. And I'm like, oh my God, Eddie, what's happening? What are you doing? Why are you so angry? He's like, no, Miss Bobby, he called me slow. He called me slow. We're going to take the shit outside, Miss. We're going to take the shit outside. I'm like, Eddie, what are you going to do outside, Eddie? He's like, well, he called me slow, Miss, so we're going to have a race. I was drinking a little bit that morning, right? So all the kids are looking at me like, and I'm looking at them like, and I look at Eddie and Bobby's looking at me like, I was like, fuck it, let's go outside. And there's Bobby and Eddie ready for the race, you know, they got they're getting ready to race. Little Bobby's looking at me like, I fucking hate you. I'm like, I fucking hate you. I told you to take your fucking medicine, right? So then all the kids were like, we want to race Eddie. And I was like, fuck it, I want to race Eddie too. Because I'll be damned if anybody's going to call me slower than Eddie. So the whole class, we're out there and all the kids are watching from the other classroom, just watching what we're doing. And they're like, we were Miss Ruiz's class. I'm like, because you can teach yourself. I only get the smart kids teach themselves. I was a ditto sheet teacher. Y'all remember that? Okay, let me finish my joke, shit. Let me finish my joke. So anyways, we all race Eddie. We go around the freaking playground and Eddie lost. All the special ed teachers are like, fuck this bitch, what he did. No, but really, he did. And you know what, after that, anytime we called him slow Eddie, he'd just be like, I know, right? Such a great character, man. But anyways, talking about like the 80s and 90s, how many of y'all were teachers back then in the 80s and the 90s? Yeah, oh, yes. Man, I was just talking to my kids the other day. How many of y'all actually taught when there were chalkboards?
Oh, I did.
Oh, dude. That was great. That was like when you could go home, you could tell the cop, no, I'm a teacher, it's just chalk. Now there's no excuse. Damn it! I like you, maybe in the bathroom later. That and I missed the whole the Xerox machine going when it wasn't even black and white, it was like purple on the white paper. Oh, it smells so good. You just be like taking it like this in the class, like it was so hot. Like even the kids were getting like, oh, you just printed these right now, the gym is on the air. Oh, those were the days, man. Those of y'all that are teaching now, y'all didn't get to see all that. They missed out. Those were the good times, man. Where we could actually just write our own. Y'all have to do like objectives and shit now, right? Oh. And then what happened? Well, where are y'all in the United States? What, 50? You see? They should give it back to you guys. Y'all know what y'all are fucking doing. Fuck. Man, yes. So, yeah, I'm not teaching anymore. Don't worry, the kids are safe. The kids are safe. They are safe, you know. I felt real bad for a while, you know, because I would see a lot of my kids on Facebook. And they were spelling horribly. All those kids that can't spell well on Facebook, thank you. You're welcome. I'm telling you, oh my God, so horrible. But yeah, I really did have a good time. So I ended up, I quit teaching, you know. And I do have to say that, you know, I talk a lot about alcoholism and stuff because I might be a little bit of an alcoholic. Can I get a shot of Patron? Y'all want a drink? Hey, bartenders, give everybody a shot on their tab. We laugh. I know I have a shot of Patron on this. It's coming. Yes, here we are. Y'all have something to drink, right? Okay, do we have any Latinos in here, by the way? Okay, I'm gonna need some help. I know there's that saying, para abajo, para pinto, para abajo, para abajo. Do you know how to do it or no? Damn it, fuck. Para arriba. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pretend that I did it. Para abajo, and cappuccino, and a tapatio, and taco, marijuana, hot dentro. Come on, guys. I was a little constipated. That should be it. Damn. Woo! Maybe put my hand on there. Oh my goodness. So yes, I eventually quit teaching. And so I decided that it's kind of lonely being at home drinking by yourself. So I decided to homeschool my daughter. It was awesome. Don't think that I wasn't teaching her. Like we even did math. I'm like, how many bottles of wine before mom goes up? Do the math. I remember in 1986. Okay, do we have any gym teachers in here? Good. Okay. I'm gonna tell you a story, and it has to do with when I lost my virginity. Not to a gym teacher. Okay. That would be weird. I lost my virginity in the 6th grade gym in 1986. I know. Hold on, they mix me. I know everybody's like, yeah, she's Mexican, that's okay. That's about the right age. It's a few years before her quinceañera, that's okay. No, okay, I don't know if y'all remember, like when we were kids, we used to have this exercise that you would have to open your legs, and then you have to touch the floor 3 times. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. What was that called? Cherry pickers, exactly. I've heard another name for it. Y'all have another name? Yeah. Well, in Texas, we called it cherry pickers, all right? Try to tell me that they were not trying to train little Mexican kids to work in the fucking field. And then on top of that, don't cherries grow on trees? This would have been like an easy, like, right? Cherry pickers. So there I am, I'm in 6th grade, I'm doing my freaking cherry picking. 1, 2, 3, clap. And there comes Angela Garcia. Real name, her real fucking name, I don't give a fuck, Angela. Angela came up behind me in her 1986 kids and boom, kicked me right in my tooth. So when my daughter asked me, Mom, how did you lose your virginity? I tell her the story about Angela Garcia. Because I felt the tip of her 1986 kids right through my freaking hymen. Tickle my ovaries. Like maybe I don't know what it feels like to be a guy and get kicked in the balls, but maybe I do. I fell down. I mean, my legs were wide fucking open to that fucking bitch, dude. And you know what's so funny? Like I didn't even remember that incident until I was doing a comedy show back in my hometown, and I turned and guess who I fucking see? Miss Angela fucking Garcia. And I'm here. And it's so funny actually, because this is a whole other, I don't know if my kids know this part, but Angela Garcia actually dated my current husband. She took my virginity, but I took her boyfriend. So she took my virginity. So when my husband asks, who took your virginity? I'm like, your ex-girlfriend. So anyways, right? So my daughter, she asked me, oh, that's the story that I tell her. That's the story when she asked me, how did you lose your virginity? That is the story that I tell her. She doesn't need to know anything about the guys at the lake or anything like that. hanging out with like a whole bunch of nerds, you know. And it's so funny because in San Antonio, like the homeschool community is very uppity, and they're very quiet because they don't want to like really be involved in the government. You know what I mean? Because once the government gets involved, then we have to like report like, oh, well, anyways, fuck it, I'm not gonna be involved. But anyway, so my daughter asked me, she's like, Mom, can I go to this homeschool party? And I'm like, no. I don't want you hanging out with nerds. I don't want you know. She's like, please, can I go? I'm like, fine, you can go. You can go. So I let her go to the party, and I make sure that I get after her, because I'm not a fucking nerd, right? So I get home, and she's sitting on the couch. She's sitting on the couch, and she's crying. What happened? She told me. She lost her V card. And I was like, oh my God, please tell me it was a rich kid, please. Please. And I was like, what do you mean you lost your V card? She said, I lost it. It's gone. It's gone. I'm like, well, who was it? And she said, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, you don't know his name? She said, Mom, I don't know who took it. And she just says it's like so positively, their tears are coming down. I don't know who took it. And I go, was anybody there? She said, Mom, everybody was there. I know that everybody saw who took my V card, and I asked them, did you see, who was it? Who was it? And they were like, stop asking us questions. Stop it. We don't want to. And I was like, who fucking took it? She's like, I don't know. And I told my husband, because we're in Texas, I don't know if y'all carry here, but I told my husband, get the fucking gun. Babe, not the bullet, stupid, they're kids. They're kids. But just have one in case of the dad. But wait, hold on. Not that dad, because remember he gave me a little vodka bottle. No, and I'm freaking distraught, dude. I'm distraught. And I'm telling you, we're gonna go to this fucking kid's house right now. We're gonna find out who took your V card. She's like, no, Mom, no, please, Mom, no, I don't wanna, no. And I'm like, we're gonna find out. She's like, no. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you doing? And she tells me, she looks at me, she's like, Mom. Because, I mean, I'm kind of tearing up right now. You know what I mean? Because imagine your daughter losing her V card, okay, in front of all these, like, to me, I was like, oh, sounds like my kind of party, right? But not for my baby girl. Not for my baby girl. Not my daughter. You know, and I'm asking her, like, well, who took your fucking V card? And she said, Mom, well, maybe I can get another one. I'm like, are you stupid or something? Are you related to Slow Amy? What's wrong with you? No, Mommy, because once you use your V card, it's gone. And she looks up at me all innocent. Mom, you're telling me I can't get another vaccination card? Okay, I see the English teachers using their inferencing skills. The other teachers are like, oh, damn, I thought she lost her fucking virginity. That sucks. Yes. Maybe I'll never like that joke from the But can we all agree that the way that these kids talk nowadays is freaking insane? Yes. I told these kids, like, I'm like, dude, if you know how to control yourself at church, we don't go to church. Oh, fuck you then. Oh, sorry, okay. No, but really, one of the words that blows my mind is the word bitch. Bitch. Like in the 80s and 90s, when somebody called you a bitch, you were ready to fight. Somebody called me a bitch, I'd be like, meet me at the teacher's park. I don't give a fuck if you're a 5th grader. No, really, like, these kids are like, what's up, bitch? You're my bitch. The party sucks without you, bitch. You know? It's just so weird. And in my mind, like, if the word bitch is so endearing, I don't understand. Why does my ex-husband's wife get so upset when I call her a bitch? And it's so funny that this is kind of off topic because she actually had, I've been divorced from my ex-husband, maybe like 17 years, I don't even know, 15, 17. And she's like, we're cool now, we hang out, and every now and then she'll go to my show, right? And one of the last ones that she went to, she was like, Irma, I don't like that joke that you say about her. I'm like, so? Bitch. But you know, I want to respect her a little bit, even though she was a fucking Sancha. Even the Sancha. Wait. And I told her, this is what I said. I said, look, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to mention your name anymore. But what I will do, just you know, for laughs and fun, I said, I'll just mention your initials, you know? And her initials are Jessica Sanchez! Fuck that bitch! Why not? Everybody else has. Woo! What time is it, guys? I need to make sure I'm not going over my time because I don't want to waste that time.
5:30.
Oh, perfect. 5:30. Wow, guys. 5:30 perfectly. Well, see, I'm telling you, my timing is perfect. Yeah, so this is this. How y'all doing? Okay, y'all pay your tabs. Make sure y'all maybe your quick stuff. But guys, I just want to tell you something so much. Oh, also, the shirts that are being sold outside. Remember, if you get a shirt. Oh my God, I'm forgetting so many. I have so many things. There's a little. She's like, she shouldn't have had that shot. Yes. There's a little QR code on your table. If you sign up for that, every now and then I might just do like a little like shout out, you know, to you guys, or like maybe throw out some free tickets the next time that we come down. You know what I mean? Just throw out some T-shirts. If you guys buy a shirt, they'll actually give you 2 free comedy show tickets, which basically means that they are paying you $5 to buy my shirts. You know? But hey guys, I'm so glad that you guys are here tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I almost didn't come, you know? But then I rubbed a little harder.